The first procedure in the implantation of the microcyl toric of human optics is the precise marking of the steepest corneal axis. For that purpose, a calibration ring is adjusted to the horizontal or 0-degree axis reference points previously marked on the eye. Using the 0-degree axis as reference point, the steepest corneal axis is then marked using a corneal marker. In this example, the steepest axis is 110 degrees. The circular capsulorhexis must not exceed 6 mm to ensure a complete overlap of the optic. For the implantation of the microcyl toric, a 3.5 mm incision is required. After phacoemulsification, the anterior chamber and the capsular bag are filled with a viscoelastic solution to provide sufficient space for the implantation. Using special silicone implantation forceps, the microcyl toric is removed from the container and folded in one simple step. The lens should be located in the center of the forceps and the elbow of the leading haptic facing up. The optic and leading haptic are inserted into the capsular bag. For a predictable implantation, the trailing haptics should remain outside or in the incision tunnel. Before inserting the trailing haptic into the capsular bag, please ensure that the anterior chamber and the capsular bag contain sufficient viscoelastic solution. The trailing haptic can now be rotated into the capsular bag using a Y hook. Place the tip of the instrument on the inside of the elbow of the trailing haptic and push the haptic through the incision and rotate into the capsular bag. After rotating the lens and ensuring a precise alignment of the intraocular lens marking with the steepest corneal axis markings, the viscoelastic solution should be thoroughly and completely removed. In the unlikely event of lens rotation during the removal of the viscoelastic solution, a repositioning can be performed during irrigation. The correct final positioning can be checked with a Hartmann astigmatism disc. The steepest corneal axis will be identified by the smallest distance between the projected rings. The marking on the microcyl toric should be perpendicular to the rings. Once correctly positioned, the remaining procedures are similar to standard lenses.